You've heard of the Wright brothers, the Grimm brothers, and maybe the Blues brothers, but how about the Reno brothers?
Ooh, that name signals trouble.
The scene of the crime bore all the hallmarks of the Reno boys.
So what were they up to? Was it stealing horses, robbing trains, jailbreaks, or extortion and graft?
The Reno boys were train robbers, and they staged one of the first known train robberies in American history. This is not to be confused with the Great Locomotive Chase of the U.S. Civil War, and it's not to be confused with the Great Train Robbery in 1960s Britain. It's also not to be confused with Train, Soul Sister. Long before they sang about meeting Virginia or getting saved by San Francisco, there was a real train headed east in Indiana on this date in 1866.
First mistake, that's where the Reno boys lived. Second mistake, the train was carrying money. The Reno boys liked money.
They apparently stopped the train in a rural area, busted into one safe and looted it, threw the other one out the window, and made off with $13,000, the equivalent of several $100,000 today.
So you could see their locomotivation.
The Reno brothers' October 6th raid occurred during the dawn of the Wild West, a period of relative lawlessness that lasted from the 1860s to the 1890s. Despite all the shootouts and violence and shootouts, though, the overall unwest, the general westlessness, the legal and moral wrestling match, MSN reports that disease actually killed more people than bullets did. Anyone who's ever played Oregon Trail lost someone to dysentery.
How's that for a historical source?
But before some of the Reno brothers were eventually captured and killed, they inspired other train robberies
and made their mark by blazing a trail and going off the rails in the Wild West. Or was it on the rails? It's a rail debate. I'm Carl Azus.